Welcome to another live trading session with me and Market Potentials. Today is the 17th of June, and I am currently looking at the US dollar Japanese yen forex pair in the form of a digital trade. As you can see, I was looking at it pretty big swings before, making it an ideal potential for trading, be it in a forex or a digital option. So a couple of things that you want to decide before you jump into the trade itself. As I've talked about before, my traditional indicators, the MACD, the awesome indicator, as well as the RSI. You can see it pretty much correlates to the trend of the chart itself. So of course, it's often a reflective or in a hindsight method, but pretty accurate if you could forecast it accordingly. I've also talked about this using the percentage indicator, which is pretty much a computed percentage of profit, of where the chart is going to head, basically higher or lower, and a percentage of it. Of course, you don't rely on this entirely. I usually use this in correlation with my usual technical indicators here to try and get the best result. Now, right, okay, so we've got about 50 seconds to decide on the trade direction for this. What you want to do is try and get all the data in and make a decision that yields the best profits for the least amount of risk. For that reason, I always stick to a minute in trading time to minimize the exposure. 2 minutes is fine if you want to do it, but for me it's an extra 60 seconds of risk, which I'm not prepared to accept. But if it works for you, then so be it. Right, 18 seconds to decide. It's pretty constant, no real direction yet. So let's see what happens. All right, I'm gonna go lower. Now, why did I do that? As you can see, not much time, got about 10 seconds for this to bounce right back down. The reason I did that was, if you saw, the RSI was right up there, and there we go. Now, talking about why I did it again. As you could see, I went into the trade when the RSI was just about the 70 scale, which is usually the oversold indication. And if you look at the previous history, for this 2-minute chart at least, you would realize that it never really went above the 70 line. So that was a pretty good indicator for me. And I also use that if you realize that the lower percentage number was about 400 odd. That this too couldn't really give a very accurate, or the direction couldn't point to an accurate direction, but I entered the trade based on this premise and the percentage that I got from here, so that was good enough, and you saw that we just yielded over $300 odd. So guys, trading in binary options is really not rocket science if you want to compare it to that. As long as you got the right fundamentals in place, you know how to do a little bit of chart reading, the MACD and etc., you can make pretty decent profits. Of course, I'd suggest starting off with an amount that you're comfortable with. Start off with $50 trades. I'm pretty sure that within 5 to 10 trades you would definitely be able to pick out what works for you and hopefully go from there. So as always, I wish you all the best, and if you'd like to trade just as I did, profitably and for success, click on the link below, sign up for an account, and be on your way to, well, success. I wish you all the best. I'll be back soon. Cheers.